producer Charles here on the show, there's nobody better about discussing the Clippers than him. He grew up a Clippers fan. So when I'm like, yo, so who do you think is the bigger problem? And his first response was Paul George. Like, that is the guy in the locker room that seems not to mesh with everyone else. So you insert Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups is that guy that can probably move him emotionally. For me as a player, it wasn't always the head coach. It wasn't always the wide receiver coach. Sometimes it was Todd Bowles in Miami, the defensive coordinator, that was able to move me emotionally and push me. And when I went to the Jets, it was Brent Boyer, our special teams coach. So I really like this combination. I think if they clean this up, they can easily be back where they're supposed to be next year. And that's in trouble. Your Lakers are in trouble.
Oh, boy. I
So
also
they
love the
shouldn't have
Chauncey
blown him up.
hire
All right.
Broussard.
Mom.
Yes.
But Broussard, I don't think they needed a full demolition, because if they did, I think Ty Lue would have gone and joined the Pelicans with David Griffin. I think he looked at it and said, like, you know what? We just need a slight remodeling. We need to move 10%, and I think I can do it just like I did it with the Cavs. I think the Chauncey hire, didn't get the big headline, but I think it's a very important hire. Like, I got to work with Chauncey a lot at NBA Countdown. If Chauncey was like, hey, Kevin, we're going to go to Mount Everest, I'm like, all right, I'll follow you up Mount Everest. He's that type of leader.
All right. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to Facts at 100%. I'm going to ask that, in fact, that if you are, in fact, new to the channel, man, please, by all means, hit that subscribe button and share my videos. And by all means, please, man, I need that thumbs up, man. I need that thumbs up. That thumbs up is very important. I am Chris One of the Chris One Radio Group. I am broadcasting today out of Todd Smith Studios. All right. People, what I do over here at Facts at 100%, the Chris One Radio Group. So what is the Chris One Radio Group? The Chris One Radio Group is 5 different radio platforms. And in my radio platforms, I have the pleasure of speaking to the public. I do this in my professional. I speak. And when I speak, opinions needs to be nowhere in the discussion. When I speak, facts moves forwards. Opinions leave you stagnated, wondering, etc., etc. Or opinions leave you still thirsty for some facts for resolution. I need y'all to follow me. I was asked to do a topic on unconditional love this morning. I have done 3 shows on unconditional love in the past. But like a TV show with a 15-episode season, as the episodes go on, of course, they want to write the next episode to be better than the last. So me talking about this 3 times already doesn't mean that it is a stale topic to me. So I'm going to talk about unconditional love. This is by request. And I'm going to start off by saying there, in fact, is no such thing as unconditional love. There's no such thing. When I dated this woman back in my past, some 20 years ago, almost, what I was told by this woman is, you got to learn to let things go. People, that is what the people that fuck up say. The ones that don't fuck up, we don't have to let nothing go. The ones that say what they mean in a relationship and mean what they say in a relationship don't got to let nobody go. Let nothing go. The person that says, this is my agenda, I don't do that, never will I do that, not when I get mad when I'm going to do it. Those individuals, we don't ever have to let anything go. We can study the shit, we can tear off it when you decide that you're going to jump out on us. So let me talk about unconditional love. I need y'all to follow me. I need those thumbs up. Stop fucking with me. I'm in Todd Smith Studios this morning. I like being here. Unconditional love. Unconditional love can't ever exist because of this main thing. People aren't equal. We're not equal. Unconditional love means I'm going to love you no matter what. So let's sum it up to say this. For 11 and a half years, I fought to be a father. And the conditions were none. And I kept loving under bad conditions. Now remember, I done did shows on what are the returns on your investments to love. So that right there is a conflict of interest. You're loving somebody and they're not giving you the same love back. I did many shows on, remember, I said when it comes to love, you need to be tit for tat. Remember, don't love somebody, love somebody, love somebody, love somebody, love somebody. You get in a jam and then you need a tat. You done tit them with all these tit, tit, tit. You need one tat. I just need a tat. I need you to come pick me up from work. I can't. My boys and I are going to the cat races at Meow Studio, at Meow Stadium. Wait a minute. When it comes to love, there's no such thing as unconditional love. You know why? Because the conditions of how you are loving that person demands that they love you back. So there's no such thing as unconditional love. There isn't. It does not exist. If that's the case, we would like somebody the day I'm 51 years old. I would still be loving my girlfriend that I had at 14. But the conditions in which she was loving me back, I think when it comes to love, individuals want sympathetic. They want empathy. They want you to be sympathetic. I think when it comes to love, people don't like the way you respond to whatever it is they do. Remember, I also said there's no textbook way to respond to anything. Phil Perry made a song when it comes to love. And one of the lyrics in that song, Phil Perry said, when it comes to love, I want to have it all. And that's what I want. Now, what do Phil Perry mean when he says, when it comes to love, I want to have it all? What Phil Perry is saying when it comes to love, he wants to have his cake and eat it too. Perspective. Nobody wants dirtball love. Nobody wants that. Society is even under the notion relationships aren't perfect, which they're not, but they say it on the perspective of you got to go through the ups and downs. So let's talk about the ups and downs in relationships. People, communication is key. This is what it said. But when you're communicating with someone, start taking heed or start inventorying the way you communicate. So for example, when you first sit down to talk to somebody, first two things that needs to be established, possibly three things need to be established. Number one, what is the language you're going to use? Is yelling going to be part of the language? All right. Is English going to be part of the language? Is there going to be a topic and resolution to that topic? So four things. Individuals like to say, hey, we need to talk, and then start yelling. Hey, we need to talk. And then you say, but we talked about this already in the in the conversation. Well, I want to talk about it some more. This is all the things that's packaged up under the context of unconditional. So let me go left for a brief second. My former co-host Joy Green said, what women need to understand is men talk to resolve. She said women don't do that. That right there is going to put that word conversation somewhat of a tilt. I have been in relationships. I have been talking to people that go into an archive of hurt in every conversation that they have. You can't tuck that under love. You still tucking that under the perspective of you have this way about you, and now you're trying to train me to understand this is how you roll. Let me give you an example of what I just said. People, rest in peace, Diamond Dog. People know that used to date me in the past that I had a dog. Now, the conditions of this woman, me loving her, was I forget about my dog and focus all my attention to her. And that was possible if she was dating someone else. That was the only way that was going to happen. Under the conditions that she wanted me to love her was the 40-minute drive or so that it took you to go let your dog out and everything and feed your dog and everything, then come back. That 2.5 hours, no, scratch that. Forget about your dog. So it was Thanksgiving. She couldn't have dogs in her building. So I had to go and attend to my dog. Only to come back to an individual that was mad. Now, for some strange reason, this woman was under the perspective of her being mad wasn't transparent. She was really trying to validate, well, let me do my dance. It's Thanksgiving. Yeah, so my dog don't on Thanksgiving. Yeah. On Thanksgiving, my dog booty hole. I'm laughing at something else. My dog booty hole. Y'all know the antics is on full display at Todd Smith Studios. Come on. Y'all know I need help. My dog booty hole is on vacation on holidays. Let me get the dumb face again, please. Of course. So I goes back to this woman's house. She's mad. I know why she's mad. So at that time, we didn't have the phones that we have today. We just had the analog. But there was a woman that her name was Sexy D. Sexy D sends out a text to everyone, Happy Thanksgiving. I text back likewise, hit send, put my phone down. She runs over, look at my phone. So is that how you talk to all your female friends? Now, people, one thing that I noticed about me is when women that I try to be in a relationship with talk to me, they overcompensate. You see, I will say this a million times. I don't have no rap. That's why there's no woman that in my life can say he laid that slick rap on me, got up in my panties, and then no woman could say that. I tell women, remember how you met me. So I'm in relationships. I have been in relationships with women that overcompensate. That means they try to go high on me because they know that they don't want to say, I'm a woman, I'm emotional. I'm going to come off like I'm logical. And I'm like, impossible. You're a woman. God did not design you like that. Now, when I say that, you can get mad. But these are the facts. Women are emotional. That's why, once again, all at 51 years old, all the women that I've seen that got men and growing old with men are happy. All the women that I've seen that played that single game, that did all that stuff, all those individuals are mad. All that individuals, they lean and they're full of something. That's what they are. That's what they are. That's what I've seen. Every woman that I know that is 65 years old that is married, you can go up to them and say, how you doing? Such, oh, I'm doing fine. And they got this flair about them. All the ones that played that old, I don't need a man game, and yeah, we're going to party hardy, we're going to do all that, and men are dogs, and ruff, ruff. You're compromising companionship. Oh, don't get me started. So this woman rushes to my phone, looks at my phone. Is that how you talk to her? So I'm not a. All I did was I'm gonna ask you to please, cause I didn't do nothing wrong. Now I tell people I got a pick on me complex. I'm the youngest in the family, and my smarts don't allow me to sit down there and you say, is that how you talk to the women in your phone? And I'd be like, what? What are you talking about? No, I'm going to ask you to please elaborate on your stupidity. Please bring your dumbness out of the light. All right. So I said, what are you talking about? Is that how you talk to all your women? I said, I got that. What exactly are you talking about? No, tell me. We're going to put what you're talking about on paper. So she said, blah, 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 blah. I said, so you mean texting back likewise is talking? Then I was on Facebook. She said, I was looking for, I remember the dude's name, an old army buddy, Shelton Alexander. I was looking for him. I found him. I was looking for Shelton Alexander. She said, you're probably talking to somebody on your laptop right now. I turned the laptop and I said, oh, Shelton Alexander is a guy. So I said, listen, now here's where logic comes in. Listen, you are upset because I had to go attend to my dog. Your being upset is not valid. There's no version of you coming at me right now that is valid. So how about this? How about we back up off this? I said, because my mom told me never talk to a woman when she's mad. This woman, and not to my surprise, I said, let us back up off this and we'll talk about this later. This woman wanted to cover all her bases of mad and said, well, I'm going to be mad later on too. Oh, so we need to talk about this now because I'm going to be mad later. People, the definition of mad means temporarily ill and insane. Temporarily. Because you go into a mad state. People, I wrote a book called Mad. And the premise of that book is, I can make you a sandwich, I can make you a cup of coffee, but what you're not going to tell me is, I made you mad. No, you're already mad. You see, this is why people don't get mad out of me. When you get me upset, you're going to have hell to deal with. And I want to be clear about something. I'm an avenger. I don't start nothing with nobody. I'm getting off topic. Please forgive me. We're talking about unconditional love. Now, this woman proceeded to say, I'm going to be mad. There's no structure in mad. She acknowledged that she was mad. Now, I tell people, beware of people. Who am I kidding? I tell men, beware of women that says, I'm quiet, but when I get mad, that's when I do. No, you're telling me that you only speak under Terrible condition. But this woman says, I'm going to be mad later on too. I said, well, I need to tell you something. You're trying to get me to do something I don't do. Now, you can go ahead and be mad, but here's where substance is going to collide with your bullshit, aka hype. Substance wins every time. I need y'all to follow me. I said, so check this out. You're mad over something else, which you're trying to cloak under this text message. All right? So I tell you what, I'm going to ask you to back up off me. I said, because the next thing I say to you, and from that point on, is going to hurt your feelings. Trust me, I'm good at that. Now, let me tell y'all what I mean when I say trust me, I'm good at that. I did stand-up comedy. I did about 6 shows. So I don't have a career. I did about 6 shows. So what I mean is that I can sit down here and I can go and break you down, and that's what I mean. I don't mean that I'm going to sit down there and call you the B word, ugly. I don't have to do that. So, okay. So that was the conditions that person wanted me to love them under. That person, the conditions of love with that person was, when I'm mad, nope, we can still talk. Nope, we can't. And I was saying, that is a terrible time to talk. But, and I'm going to be honest with you, I have never met a woman that did not want to say, let me take a breather. Let's discuss this later when I can be in a more civil mind state. It's, nope, I'm mad now. And when I'm mad, I can pull through all the depths of my hurt, and I can go through all the glory of my pain. And it's easier to talk because I can get off my chest now because I'm mad. I don't want to talk later when it's civil, when I can be civil. Nope, I don't want to do that. I'd rather talk when I'm mad because I can just say anything. Well, that's cool. I don't do that. And I want to be clear. What I said earlier, I said the individual was really mad over a text, cloaking it under the fact that I had to go tend to my dog. Those were the facts. So what was the conditions of her and I being in a relationship? The conditions that she wanted was to me to abort my responsibilities to my dog. I need y'all to follow me. I need those thumbs up, y'all. Stop fucking with me. But that's what she wanted. She wanted me to say, you know what? You come first, to hell with my dog, blah, 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 blah. And I want to be clear about something. I mean crystal clear. I've met many of women that said, a dog, I don't date individuals with dogs. Well, I got one. And trust me, in the 12 years and 1 week that I owned my dog, no woman came in before my dog. I'm not sorry. No woman came before my dog. My dog was my responsibilities. People, let me go left for a second. Let me introduce you to me for a brief minute. Let me give you a brief minute introduction. People, I've spoken at many events. I never want the headline. I never wanted to be Chris Smith featuring. I wanted to be such and such, and with a little mute spot, because I'm better at a little 2-minute insert than to sit down there and bang you over the head with my theory and myths. You know what I hear about society when it comes to men? Here's what I heard a lot of women say. You know you was cheating on me. Be a man and tell me. Yeah, okay. Telling you if I'm cheating on you has got nothing to do with me being a man or not. You may think it does, but it don't. Because men don't do that. Cheaters do that. So if he's cheating on you, he's a cheater. So you need to talk to him in the code of cheating. You need to sit down there and say, okay, I'm fucking 5 men. How many women you fucking? That's the better way to have a conversation with that individual. Saying that I want to try to extract the perspective of you being a man, so therefore you should tell me you're cheating under the code of man? No. So let me be clear about something. Men are measured on how well they take care of their responsibilities. Not you, not yours. That's what a man is. A man is measured on how well he take care of his responsibilities. Not if he hold the door open for you. Not if you decide to get mad at him because you mad at something else and you want to try to tuck it under this. Nuh-uh. That ain't got nothing to do with a man. Once again, if you want to talk to your cheating man, ladies, listen. If your man is cheating on you and you want to stop with the antics, the man antics. Oh, you ain't no man. You ain't man enough. I hear these dumb, idiotic logics and I say, wow. So, like I said, I'm best at little spurts. Now tell me where I'm wrong at. Are those not facts? Do you not talk to a baby and go, baby, that's a baby? Don't you talk to a baby like a baby? Don't do that. Don't you see individuals talk to cops and be like, I know my rights? Why are you saying you know your rights to a cop? Because he's the cop and the law, right? You know your rights law. So when you're talking to a cheat, the one that you know you love, talk to him in cheating terms. It works better. All right? Now, like I was saying, unconditional love. Let me give you the summary. People, when I was in high school, that was my name. I had a nameplate, Love. My friends still call me Love. My friends at high school still call me Love. When I heard KRS One say God is love, I damn near cried. I was like, wow. Because the mothers of my friends on my block used to always say, Chris, you like God. God, you are blessed. I'm glad my little James is hanging with you. I'm glad. Yeah. Everybody, all my friends' parents was happy that their kids would hang with me. I tell people today, at the gate of greatness, God put me at the gate. I am the gatekeeper to the gate of greatness. I talk to my friends, and when they're telling me what they're going through, I say, bruh, that's not unbecoming of a man. That's not you. People, the perspective in which I live by is great at all times. It's hard to love me. Excuse me. And it's not hard to love me because of me. It's hard to love me because of you. All right? And here's what I mean by that. I love my mom. I don't talk to my mom. I haven't spoken to my mom since last year, May. But before that, I was paying her bills for 3.5 years prior to that. I brought her boyfriend a car in 2016. Her ex-boyfriend. They weren't even in a relationship. But I brought him a car. He's 72 years old, got hit by a drunk driver, 72 years old, the guy ain't have no insurance. He was sitting in the hospital messed up. I went to the Toyota dealer here, found him brought him a Mazda 3, shipped it from Virginia to Florida. Hey man, thanks for looking out after my mom. I am love. My resume of love going out, I've never got it coming back. Not saying that I wanted it. I have a superhero complex. I believe that with great power comes great responsibility. With great love, I got to give this stuff out. I can't keep it all to myself. I may explode of love overload. I don't want to explode of love overload. I want to get rid of this stuff. It becomes dangerous after a while. I need y'all to follow me. But it's hard to love me because of my perspective on love. You see, I'm not the type of person that will allow somebody to treat me wrong. When somebody treat me wrong, I go into telling them, this is why you did it. And then I tell them, well, you dealt with, I go into a whole soliloquy. That's not a word, I just made it up. I go into this whole perspective of, I'm going to tell you how you and why you treat me like this. And I do that because it's a perspective of, it's got nothing to do with me. No, it don't. You have that in you because of what you dealt with in your past. I didn't do that to you. We are all who we are today based on what we've done in our past. So if you mad, if you got attitude, if your brain won't allow you to say, hey, this man loved me, or hey, this woman loved me, and they're giving you love, and the only thing you can come up with is, negative, you need to be in therapy. You need clarity, you need to be in therapy. Because when you love someone unconditionally, what that means is you should be loving them under the conditions in which they are loving you. And that, my friends, is the meaning of unconditional love. If you're sitting down there saying, hey, the only thing I can come up with is when they don't answer the phone is they're cheating on me, and they didn't show you anything ever prior to that, the conditions in which you're going to love that person, it's probably conditions that that person don't deserve. And it'd probably be a good idea to bail out of that relationship. And that, my friends, are facts at 100%. Catch you guys on the next one. Later, y'all.